A number of families in Osseo area schools experienced busing delays Monday morning, but this wasn't your typical delay. Nearly 24 buses owned by the First Student Transportation Company had their catalytic converters stolen over the weekend.
So somehow the information got out that the bus company was going to be a good target, and they went for it, and they picked the most opportune time. They closed down. They had a whole week. We don't know if this was a one-time ordeal, or maybe they came back.
Sometime between Wednesday night and Monday morning, police say someone cut through a gate and removed 20 catalytic converters from school buses that were parked in a lot along Winnetka Avenue in Brooklyn Park. 11 of those buses were used to provide transportation to students in the Osseo district. An email sent to district principals said that First Student was working to find spare buses. Meanwhile, police say that the thieves don't discriminate between residential neighborhoods or commercial lots.
I don't think they care. I don't think they discriminate one bit based upon their conscience. I think that they see an opportunity and they seize the opportunity.
A First Student spokesperson said that operations ran smoothly other than a few routes that were approximately 10 to 15 minutes late. And First Student's maintenance team is working to repair the impacted buses. In the meantime, district officials encourage all families to access the First Student app to watch for late bus alerts. Charges are pending in a Plymouth shooting case in which a woman was critically injured. The shooting occurred on Friday night in a residential neighborhood in central Plymouth. When officers arrived, they found a 23-year-old woman with a gunshot wound. The woman was rushed to North Memorial Health Hospital, where she was listed in critical condition. Police later tracked down a suspect that same night. With the help of the Wisconsin State Patrol, police arrested a 26-year-old Plymouth man in western Wisconsin. A moment on Monday that some residents in Plymouth have waited years for. Demolition work has started on the site of the former Four Seasons Mall. The 17-acre property at Highway 169 and Rockford Road has sat empty since 2012. The city purchased the site from its former owner, Walmart, late last year. The St. Paul Development Company is proposing to turn the property into 2 apartment buildings, as well as office and retail buildings. A park and ride is also part of the plans. The skyline of downtown Robbinsdale was forever changed over the Thanksgiving weekend. Construction crews installed the top portion of the new Robbinsdale water tower. A viewer sent us this drone video that shows the nearly finished structure. Robbinsdale city officials say construction crews are now done for the season, but they'll pick things up again in the spring. That's when they'll complete the internal work to the water tower and paint the Robbinsdale logo on the exterior of the bowl. The northwest suburbs are in the heart of Medical Alley, and in Maple Grove there's a new medical device manufacturer that aims to help fill an unmet need. The company is called LightningCath. As its name suggests, it specializes in developing catheters for a wide array of medical needs at lightning speed. In this week's Business Matters, Corey Bork takes us inside the newest addition to Maple Grove's medical scene.
Yeah, so we have a 20,000 square foot facility, and we have a great R&D area here.
Inside Maple Grove's newest medical device manufacturer, there's a company that takes doctors' orders to heart.
There's been a big need in the medical industry for doctors, small medical device companies that need help with their devices, building it, quick turns, and that's where we come into play.
LightningCath makes custom, minimally invasive catheters for a wide range of medical needs.
To the heart, to the abdominal cavity, to the leg, to the brain.
And they do it on a very small scale.
This is our extrusion line here. We take raw pellets and turn them into plastic tubing.
So small, microscopes are needed.
As far as dimensions that we make, if we're going to the brain or the heart, the range is about 10,000ths of an inch, 0.01 inches, up to a half inch. And a human hair is about 3,000ths of an inch.
Ryan helps get the products to the design phase. He says LightningCath fulfills orders for smaller clients that larger companies have difficulty taking on.
We sometimes can take like an existing idea and improve it, or sometimes a doctor will come up with something brilliant.
And what makes LightningCath unique is it doesn't have to outsource the manufacturing. Both the design and the development are done in-house.
We don't need to call that bigger shop and wait. Sometimes it's 4 weeks. Sometimes it's up to a year in lead time.
Manufacturing that could take weeks is now cut down to days here.
This is where we do the last step. So depending on the volume, we'll have between 1 and 10 people here working.
For co-founder Matt Austin, it's a satisfaction of knowing his company is playing a part in helping someone else.
Doctors, patients, they want their patients to come in, minimally invasive, and then leave the clinic as quickly and healthy as possible.
In Maple Grove, Corey Bork, CCX News.
LightningCath currently has 6 employees, but that's expected to change with significant room for growth. Its Maple Grove facility is currently only about 25 to 30% utilized. In Brooklyn Park, a deserving honor for someone who works in an industry that has endured some challenging times. Minneapolis Northwest Tourism honored one of its longtime hotel workers, Oscar Rosales, with its Hospitality Rockstar Award. Described as a jack of all trades, Oscar works at the La Quinta Inn and Suites in Brooklyn Park. He first started as a housekeeper, then transitioned to maintenance and supervisory work.
He is our role model. He comes here every day happy, excited, and we love to have him here.
You know, we want to be great hosts when visitors come into our area, and these are the people that are the best of hosts. These are the people that give the memorable experience to our visitors.
For the honor, Oscar received a little hospitality himself, plus a $500 gift card.
The 20th Turkey Trot Boys Hockey Tournament brought together 4 of the better teams in the state for the opening weekend of the season. After semifinal wins on Friday, Maple Grove and Wayzata faced off for the title Saturday night.
Maple Grove, state Class AA runner-up a year ago, taking on host Wayzata before a full house at the Plymouth Ice Center. First period, a sharp pass from the Trojans' Luke Huff to Jibber Cool, who rips a shot in from the circle. Wayzata has a 1-0 lead on a good opening weekend for the senior forward Cool. Second period, Finn D. St. Hubert's shot from the point is deflected into the net by number 14, Jake Madsen. It's a power play goal for Wayzata, and they are up 2-0. Later in the second, Jacob White shoots. It stopped, but K.D. St. Hubert is there to knock home a rebound. Trojans taking the play to the Crimson, and they lead 3-0. Maple Grove gets on the board in the final minute of the second. Blake Steenerson with a shot. Lucas Bush there to put the rebound away. It's a 3-1 game. The Crimson almost get another one about 25 seconds later. Jack Kernan comes in alone on a breakaway, but his shot rings off the post and out, and it remains 3-1 after 2 periods. Wayzata then puts the game away in the third. Jacob Kwasnicka centers to Cool, who scores his second goal of the night and third of the tournament. The Trojans are up 4-1. Goalie Will Engelman stops 27 shots in the night, and the Trojans add an empty net goal as well as they skate to a 5-1 win and their first Turkey Trot championship since 2015.
Oh, it's super fun, get the boys on the right foot. Not ending it with 0-2, started hot, so it's good to go.
The tournament's other 2 entrants, Moorhead and Edina, look to bounce back from opening night losses in the third-place game. Jay Wilcox has the highlights.
2 pretty good teams facing off in the third-place game at the CCX Turkey Trot Boys Hockey Tournament as Edina meets Moorhead. Edina gets the best of the play for much of the night, but they can't beat Spud's goalie Kai Weigel, who reacts well to the deflection on this shot to keep the Hornets off the board. Moorhead's Mason Kraft goes behind the net and sets up Aaron Ryerson for the deflection goal midway through the first period. It's 1-0 Spuds after 1. Weigel continues to stand up to the challenge, stopping John Halverson in close in the second period as it stays 1-0 Moorhead. They cling to that lead throughout until Ryerson adds an empty netter late. Moorhead takes the Turkey Trot third-place game 2-0 over Edina. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
For many of the top cross-country runners in the area, the season extends beyond the Minnesota State High School meet. Armstrong senior Noah Breker placed 3rd Saturday at the Champ Sports Midwest Regional meet in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Breker's time was 15 minutes, 4.8 seconds as he finished behind runners from Michigan and Indiana. That showing qualified Breker, though, for the Champ Sports National Finals December 10th in San Diego. He helped the Minnesota boys to 3rd place out of 6 teams in the meet. Also, the Wayzata girls and boys teams are set to compete this coming weekend. It's Saturday at the Nike Cross National Meet in Portland, Oregon. Both Trojans teams won the Heartland Regional November 13th in Sioux Falls. That's all for sports. I'm John Jacobson.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.